Okay, let's get this over with then. God damn, I think I've got coming down with a cold or something, man. It's horrible. It fills my, points. Most shittiest time of the year. I don't care if it is Christmas in December and all that. It doesn't take back away from the fact that it's freaking winter, cold and dreary and just gloomy looking weather, and it's just crap. So, anyways, it's get the good ending now. The only ending that doesn't result in death. I couldn't go back the way I came. Not with Maya standing there waiting for me. No doubt she'd just start attacking me again if I climbed back up there. I just gotta remember to breathe a bit more between these, because I tend to read and read, and then there's no point when it's like, and especially since I feel like I freaking probably getting a cold of some sort, just makes it worse. But anyways, I headed to the opposite platform. My body was tired from the chase, but somehow I still managed to pull myself back up. I staggered to my feet and looked back towards the tracks. I expected to see Maya standing on the other side, but of course that was just wishful thinking. Pardon me? Echo! You've gotta be kidding me! It must have happened as soon as I pulled myself to safety. I had leapt down onto the tracks and was leisurely making her way to the other side. All the while the train was getting closer. Echo, don't run away. Let me help you. Come on, Echo. Come on, Echo. You idiot! You're gonna get yourself killed. Go back! Go back! I screamed at Maya to climb back onto the platform, but she just kept on coming. This was bad. Even if she made it to the other side, there was no way she'd be able to pull herself up in time. She was going to get hit. Damn it! In what could possibly be considered the most ironic thing I've ever done, I jumped back into the path of the deadly oncoming train in order to rescue the psychotic girl who was trying to kill me. All I could say was thank God for fight or flight responses, because at that point my adrenaline kicked into overdrive and I was able to grab Maya, throw her onto the platform, and hoist myself back up before the train came roaring in. Oh, once that was done, the adrenaline wore off and I collapsed to the ground completely exhausted. Well, that's a bitch. And unfortunately for me, Maya was still just as active and crazy as ever. Oh good, you finally stopped running, Echo. Now I can finally cut you out of that creature's body. Hold still now. Maya held out her scissors and walked towards me. How the hell did she not drop those onto the track when I grabbed her? Damn it, Echo, now's not the time for trivial thoughts. I was able to get back up, but my body was so tired and heavy that I could barely move. All I could do was lie there helplessly as Maya drew closer. She walked over and sat on top of me. I stared into the abyss of her blank eyes, and they stared back. Don't worry, Echo. I'll have you out of that body really soon. Oh, I was going to leave my body alright, just not in the rather glamorous way she was envisioning. With a twisted grin on her face, Maya pressed the tip of the blade onto my chest. At that point, the exhaustion had begun to take its toll. I was drifting out of consciousness. It was probably for the best. I knew that in a few moments I wouldn't be opening them again. I closed my eyes and drifted into what would soon be eternal sleep. Was it done? Was I dead? Was I in heaven? Or that other place? I was too afraid to open my eyes and find out. Hey, kid, you okay? Is he breathing? Yeah, but he looks pretty shaken up. Poor boy. I heard a pair of unfamiliar voices. I felt someone slap my face. Come on, kid, pull it together. Careful, dear. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. He's coming around. That's the way, kid. It's okay, guys, he's good now. I opened my eyes and found myself on the floor of the station surrounded by people. A man and a woman were kneeling next to me. Alright, people, stand back. Give the boy some breathing room. Right back, now! Oh, look at you being all bossy. Hey, come on now, sweetie. I'm having a moment here, don't spoil it. That was a stupid laugh. The woman giggled as the man, I'm guessing her husband, cleared the area around us. Ah! I tried to sit up, but my sides were aching badly. Hold still, child. Let me have a look. The woman lifted up my shirt and examined my injuries. This looks quite severe. Hold on a moment, I've got some disinfectant in my bag. Don't worry about that, honey. Someone's already called the hospital. An ambulance will be here any minute. Let the pros treat his injuries. Even so, it should be good to clean the wound. Ambulance? Injuries? Ah! It took a moment, but I finally remembered what happened. Maya was about to slice me open. She had gone into a state of delirium and thought I was trapped in the body of an impostor or something. She chased me onto the train tracks. We were both nearly killed by an oncoming train. During the course of an adrenaline rush, I managed to save us both. I collapsed on the platform, and Maya tried to finish the job. That's all I remembered before I blanked out. Just sit tight, kid. Help's on the way. The girl. Huh? What's that, dear? What about the girl? The girl? Where is she? What happened to her? Is she okay? Are you talking about the girl who was attacking you? Yes. Don't worry, dear. She can't hurt you anymore. She's being held at the security office until the police arrive. Police? When we get off the train, there she was, sitting on top of you with a scissor in her hand. And one guy ran in and pulled her off of you. Then me and him grabbed her and took her to the security office. She's small, but she was one hell of a fighter, boy, I'll tell you. Nearly got away from us at one point. Just as well we took the scissors off her, though, or it would have gotten really nasty. And she kept screaming I have to cut him out of him, or something like that, the whole time, too. You got any idea what that's about, kid? That's enough, dear. The poor boy's been through enough already. Go and get him a cold drink, please. You've got it, honey. What'll it be, kiddo? Dear? What's going to happen to her? Pardon? The girl. Will she be treated too? Well, I imagine so. But I don't understand why you're so concerned about somebody who just tried to kill you. Yeah, you gotta prioritize better, kid. That crazy chick isn't worth losing any sleep over. Unless she's like your girlfriend. But if it's like that, then, man, you got interesting taste in women, buddy. Dear. Sorry. You've got it all wrong. It's my fault that this whole thing happened in the first place. Huh? How is it your fault? It's difficult to explain. I don't know exactly how it got started. All I know is that it's my fault she escalated this far. Before we met, she was just your average girl. Actually, she was a reclusive loner with the personality of a rock, but I didn't want to split hairs. Sure, I've got a few physical injuries. I only hope that I didn't pass out from the severe pain in my stomach before I'd finished pleading my case. That girl is mentally ill. She needs medical attention more than I do. She doesn't need to be arrested. She needs treatment. Up until this whole mess got started, I was trying to help her get it. The nice couple listened quietly as I continued to defend Maya's actions. I knew that there was nothing that they could do for her, but they were kind enough to listen to what I had to say without trying to cut me off, and I really appreciate it. I knew how it must have sounded. Here I was desperately trying to defend the person who tried to kill me. Does that happen in real life? There's probably some cases where someone almost ends up being killed by someone and they still defend that person. I wouldn't have blamed them if they thought I was crazy too. But that's just the kind of person I was. Even after everything Maya had put me through, I was willing to forgive her and continue trying to get her the help she so desperately needed. Wait, you've already forgiven her? Dude, I mean, yeah, get her mental help and all that, but at the same time, you can't just be like, oh, all's forgiven. After a while, the paramedics and the police arrived at the station. Maya was examined for injuries and then taken into custody, much to my dismay. I was taken to the hospital and received stitches for the gash in my stomach and the apparent damage I had sustained to my head. I didn't even remember getting hit that hard. A couple from the station came to visit at one point. A woman baked me some cookies and her husband bought me a soda from the vending machine in the lobby. They were really nice people. If it weren't for them and the man who pulled Maya off of me, I wouldn't have made it. I swore to myself that I'd repay them all someday. I remained in the hospital for a week until the doctor decided I was fit enough to leave. A few days later, the police stopped by and asked if I wanted to press charges against Maya. I'd originally intended to say no, but since I was still a minor in the eyes of the law, my mum ended up calling the shots and the case ended up going to trial. Maya's lawyer had filed for a not guilty plea for reason of insanity. If found innocent, she was free to go, which was good in a way, but she would end up not receiving any medical treatment and probably try to kill me again. Wait, what the hell kind of bullshit is that? I mean, just like, yeah, she is insane and all, but what? They're just like, oh yeah, you're free to go. Shouldn't it be like, okay, you won't go to jail, you won't go there, but you will go to a, like, mental home or something, you know? Because, like, she's completely insane! Fortunately, before that could happen, my lawyer managed to strike a deal with Myers. In exchange for a guilty plea, she would be sent to a psychiatric facility to undergo the medical treatment she so desperately needed. Throughout the course of the trial, the police tried to track down Myers' family, but nobody was ever found. 1 month later. Man, I love these half days. Come on, if we leave now, we'll make it in time to catch our movie. You got the tickets? Ordered them online this morning. Sweet, let's go. Not so fast, boys. What now? Can't this wait? We're in a bit of a hurry. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you two have assignments to finish? We'll do them later. Now's the time for having fun. Yeah, what he said. Really? Because last I heard, the two of you were falling pretty far behind in your studies. Is that right? My sources also informed me that if you two fail to submit your reports this week, that you would both get held back. Well, your sources are mistaken. I'll have you know that all of my assignments are up to scratch. No way, since when? Ow, my foot! Is that a fact? Yeah, it is. Or they will be. With some outside help. Outside help, huh? Indeed. By which you mean asking me very nicely to let you copy my report and then make small changes to make it look more authentic. That's the idea. What do you say? What's in it for me? Name your price. Snatch. What? Those tickets will do nicely. But, no, you can't do that! The way I see it, you have two choices. Relinquish the tickets, copy my work, pass the course, or don't. Your choice. Deal. Wise decision. Here are my notes, help yourself. I'm off to catch a movie. Bye-bye, boys. Where's female student number 2? There were 4 members of my friends. Well, Echo's friends. There was male student 1, there was male student 2, and there was female student 1 and female student 2. Well, they're all alive in this ending. It's just like, they had something going on, female student 1 and Echo. It's like they had something going on. Which they didn't actually, but still, the potential was there. Those notes had better be worth it. Scary thing is, they are. Was female student 2 not there that day? Oh wait, there she is. Off to the movies? Yep, courtesy of 2 generous gentlemen. I've got an extra ticket. Want to come with me? No thanks, I've already seen it. Really? That's too bad. I wonder who I should take. Oh. But I didn't get to read that. He left as soon as the bell rang. It's just like obviously mentioned, how about Echo? He did? What for? I'm not sure, but it's been like that every half day. Once the bell rings, he's out the door. And he rarely wants to hang out on weekends anymore either. I wonder where he goes. Who knows? I guess one of these days we'll have to tail him and find out for ourselves. What an underhanded thing to do! I like it! I knew you would. The 2 girls giggled as they walked down the hall. Here so soon? Mr. Hours, I have only just started. That's me, Mr. Punctual. Some call it a blessing, else call it a curse. You didn't need to rush all the way over here, you know. You could have at least had something to eat before you came. What, and missed a chance to assemble some more of your tasty hospital cuisine? Don't be ridiculous. I hope you're referring to the cafeteria food. I don't want to see you stealing food from the patients. I wouldn't dream of it. Although the cafeteria's jelly isn't quite as good as the ones you give to the... Oh, but just listen to me rambling on. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you enjoyed coming here. Why, it's practically like a second home to me now. And some days it's even more peaceful here than it is at my own house. Well, that's saying something, isn't it? Yeah, a mental home is more peaceful to echo than his own home. Especially now that my mum goes into her spring cleaning mode. Should I be concerned that you were able to find solace in a psychiatric facility? Come spend a week with my family, then you'll have your answer. I could say the same thing some days. We all arguing that goes on my house and it's like, god damn. Well, it's not very often, but whenever it's just like loads of shouting going on in the house, I'm just like, ah. Well, if that's the case, we could always set you up with accommodation here in our establishment, food and housing courtesy of the state. Of course, we need a signed document from your mother and your physician, and we need you to be clinically insane. Well, with final exams coming up, I just might end up taking you up on that offer. The doctor and I continued to joke as we made our way down the long corridor of the institution. Ha ha ha. Just joking around even after all that's happened. So, what's Maya's condition like? Considerably better than last week. We've managed to get her to come out of her shell a little bit, but more since your last visit. The other day, a nurse managed to have a whole conversation with her for a full 5 minutes before she started to withdraw again. Care to guess what the topic of discussion was? Social economics? Almost. Me. You get a gold star. Wait till I tell Mommy! Although, regardless of how much we try to interact with Maya, the truth of the matter is, what she really hangs out for are your visits. It's not easy being popular. Are you still keeping her away from sharp objects? Let's just say that she's become very accustomed to eating soft foods. And still no word on her family, I'm guessing. The police managed to track down her birth records, but apparently her parents have been deceased for a few years now. What about grandparents or aunts and uncles? The police searched, but there's no living relatives listed anywhere. How was she able to pay rent or buy food? How has she survived all this time? Her parents took out a life insurance policy shortly after she was born. At the time of their death, it had accumulated to a considerable amount. More than enough to survive on, especially given she only spent the money on essentials. Does a label maker count as an essential? She rented an apartment and had been living there by herself ever since. And she still attended school? That's sensible. If it were me, I'd probably drop out of school and piss away the inheritance on a get-rich-quick scheme or something. You've got to admire resolve, that's for sure. I'll say. My daughter could learn a thing or two from her. The other day she spent all of our savings on a new phone, even though she already had a perfectly good phone that I'd bought her not 1 month earlier. What can I say? We live in a materialistic world. Some kids today just don't know a good thing when they have it. I have a mind to bring her down here to have a chat with Maya. Maybe she can talk some sense into my daughter, because I sure can't. Yes, Doc, let the borderline homicidal mental patient talk some sense into your daughter. That will solve everything. For his daughter's sake, I hope this place doesn't have a bring your kid to work day. Yeah, that'd be bad. If I may ask, how did her parents die? They were flying to Hong Kong for a business seminar when their plane was hit by turbulence and crashed into a mountain. I see. I breathed a short sigh of relief, making sure that the doctor didn't hear me. Yeah, just like, it didn't end up in, that way, did it? You were worried that she might have had something to do with their deaths, weren't you? Who? Me? Nah. Clearly I needed to work on my poker face. The doctor chuckled softly. I wondered, could their deaths have been the reason that Maya became how she was? Or could it be that she was already like that before their deaths? Was it my interaction with her that triggered her psychotic break? And exactly when and where did Maya and I allegedly first meet? It's all a mystery. That's the one thing that never gets explained in all this. I don't know why it's not even explained. I had so many questions and so little answers. But with Maya being the way she was, I was pretty sure that they would never get answered. Could always try. We finally arrived at her room. Maya, you have a visitor. Without waiting for a reply, the doctor pulled out a key and unlocked the door. Different clues. There was Maya standing by the window staring out at the trees. She made no effort to acknowledge that someone had entered the room. What? No greeting? That's not very nice, Maya. When Maya heard my voice, she immediately spun around to face us. It's Echo! Echo came to visit! She ran over and embraced me, bearing her face into my chest. I got scared for a minute there. I thought it might have been someone else. But I'm glad it's you. I was worried you wouldn't come. Hey now, have I ever let you down before? I chuckled and stroked Maya's head. She then glanced at the doctor with her usual vacant face. This, of course, was nothing new to him. All right, I see that you two, that you want me to leave. I'll be heading back to my office now. I'll come get you when visiting hours are up, Echo. Thanks, Doc. The doctor smiled one last time and left the room, closing the door behind him. Remained standing in the same room for a while. I stared out at the trees while I patiently waited for Maya to finish embracing me. This was a normal scenario whenever I came to visit. Oftentimes she wouldn't break away from me for a full 20 minutes or so. I guess me not being with her all the time had caused Maya to become deprived of much needed affection that she felt she couldn't get from anybody else. You know, is it really safe to leave them in the room? I mean, I know no sharp objects, but what if she tries to smash that right there over his head? There's still stuff she could improvise with, man. You never know. I'd be terrified. That was just my guess. But I'm no physician. I decided that I'd worry the doctor about it later. Clearly your time here has made you a far more sociable person, Maya. Now, it used to be that you wouldn't so much as look at the doctor when he was talking to you. I don't know what they're feeding you in here, but it looks like it's made you a much friendlier person. Echo is teasing me. Not at all. Well, not entirely, anyway. That was a compliment. Acknowledging other people and interacting with them. The doctor told me about your little chit-chat with one of the nurses. That was really good. It shows that you're getting better. I'm proud of you, Maya. Huh? Echo is proud of me? That's right. You're doing good. I stroked Maya's head again. She let out a soft moan and continued to nuzzle my chest. Although she seemed to be improving, I knew it wouldn't be a long time before Maya was deemed well enough to leave this place. There was also the possibility that she would never fully recover and remain here for the rest of her life. It was a sad thought, but it was still far better than letting her go and risking another violent attack. I couldn't bear the thought of Maya being convicted of murder and getting thrown in jail. Or worse, she tries to flee police pursuit and ends up getting shot. Okay, enough of that kind of thought, Echo. With the way things were, it was clear that she was going to be here for a long time anyway. Put those nasty thoughts out of my head and tried to enjoy my time with her. Will Echo still come to visit? Huh? If I don't ever go home, and I stay here forever, will Echo still come and visit me? Will you? Did Maya read my mind just then? How did she know what I was thinking about? Maybe because she was embracing me so tightly she was able to detect changes in my heart rate or something. Given the way things had already played out, I wouldn't have been too surprised if she could do that. A pat on the head. Huh? Dummy! What a stupid question. Of course I will. Huh? Echo! Glomp! You've been glomped. Maya leapt into my arms and sent me flying off my feet. How nostalgic. It was just like the day I first met her. Only this time I was standing in front of her bed, so it was a soft fall, and it also didn't lead to, the calculator incident. You mean it? Do you really mean it? If I stay here forever, you'll still come and visit me. Forever and ever. If I stopped coming, you'd be lonely, right? Yes.
I'd be so lonely without Echo. When Echo is here, then I don't feel alone anymore. So please come visit me. Please, Echo, don't let me be lonely. Promise?
Yeah, promise. We lay together on the bed and talked until visiting hours were up. In the end, Maya was sad to see me go, but I assured her that I'd be back again next time. Hopefully that made the wait a little bit more bearable for her. As time passed, it became abundantly clear to the doctors that Maya's condition would not improve anywhere past its current point. With that, she became a permanent resident of the institution. But I remained true to my word and continued to visit her every chance that I got. No, it's for the best, really, that she remains there, you know? Even if she did appear to get better, what if she, ends up going back to that randomly? I even managed to help Maya open up a little more with the doctors and staff. But any conversation that she had with other people would still end up being centered around me. It got to the point where I became famous amongst the orderly as the Maya Whisperer. Like I said, it's not easy being popular. After I graduated from school, I moved into an apartment close to the institution. I got a job as a convenience store clerk in town and would continue to visit Maya on my days off. As a result, the two of us grew closer together. I never did manage to get an answer to my question as to where the two of us apparently first met, but with the amount of time that the two of us spent together, it hardly seemed to matter anymore. Although it would be nice to know. Also, you still hang out with your friends there, Echo? Don't neglect your friends just because, Maya is just completely insane and needs you there whenever you can. And in time, I forgot all about it. All I remembered was that on my first day attending my new school, I met a strange girl who tried to kill me. But then she got help and we became a couple. What the hell is up with that, seriously? I guess that man who saved my life was right. I really did have strange taste in women. I was in love with a Yandere. My little Yandere-Chan. Maya. The title.
Echo, I love you. Happy end.
I think the backgrounds models stolen, crossed out from Google. I didn't get to read all that. But yeah, you're for this visual novel, it's just loads of backgrounds taken from various sources and all that. And the music's public domain kind of stuff. It's pretty nice music as well. But anyway, that was Let's Play Yandere-Chan. At least in that ending, well, while she still was stuck in the institution and all that, at least she's away from sharp objects and not as insane as she used to be. She made some progress and then she remained that way. It's better than nothing, right? Well, better than her just stabbing Echo multiple times in bad endings. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little somewhat messed up visual novel. We'll be moving on to the next main one, probably in the new year, I think, honestly. Because, I haven't really got the motivation at the moment. And if it's going to be Shuffle that's next in line for the main visual novel LP, I think it's probably that, then I need to actually, get the visual novel. I currently don't actually have it. What I'd do with that one is, I'd play through it the first time without, any walkthrough, see what route I end up on, and then go to using the walkthrough, So I've never actually played the Shuffle visual novel. I don't actually have that, so I'd have to get that. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. On with the After LP talk.
Hello and welcome to the After the LP talk. The reason I am the one introducing this is because Echo is still currently being glomped by Maya. So I guess I'll take over for now. So, as Echo would usually say, what are your thoughts on this, Kodata?
Well, Echo sure has, he's showing quite a bit of a position there. I mean, Yandere chick, well, it was pretty messed up, which, overall I could say, since it's all about being messed up, he did a pretty good job at that. Overall, it was scrap it all fucked up, I guess, so yeah. It's not, on par with such, See, obviously, it's not like up to par with, say, Higurashi or Elfin Lied and stuff like that, but well, that's kind of obviously to be expected. I mean, it's just a short little visual novel. But for all it is, it's pretty good. I liked it. It was pretty good, although very messed up, and yeah, that's what a yandere is supposed to do, so yeah.
Well, it was pretty fucked up. I tried to warn Echo about it, but he didn't listen. What a fool.
Cool story, bro.
Dave, it's not even the end of the after LB talk yet. You're not supposed to be here.
But I just thought I'd... yeah, I have awkward timing these days. Guess who's here?
Oh, it's you. Wait, you haven't even shown up on this channel yet, except maybe once. I don't even remember.
Well, that's because I've been busy.
Busy with what?
I've been busy stealing leaks from Miku.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, you see, it's not just any old leak. These were leaks that were given to her for Christmas.
Seriously, you go to any extremes to piss her off, don't you?
That's my job. Well, if you don't mind me, I'm going to go steal some more.
Seriously, it makes no sense. Why do these two even exist?
Well, you know why I exist just to say the same joke that you say you get kind of tired of. Well, and that guy is like, he just kind of comes around, he's just like, talks about stealing leaks, occasionally Miku will pop up and kick his ass. So anyway, I'm out of here.
Seriously, this is absolutely stupidest thing ever.
I know, I mean, it's like the After LP talks all follow a similar pattern of just generally what the hell is going on. Well, I'll see ya.
So it's just me. Shit, I said I'd wait for Echo. God damn it. Well, I guess I'll wait.
Well, I'm here. Did I miss anything?
Echo, it's been friggin' 2 hours. Where the hell were you?
I'm sorry, but that Yandere chick wouldn't let me go. But now that it's finally got this finally, jeez, man, 2 hours being glumped. Man, wow. So, this LP, I was the protagonist apparently, and it was kind of unpleasant, but we're through with that now, right? Right? No more scissors, right? No more scissors, right?
You sure Mai's the one that should be in that psychiatric facility there, Echo?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with me just because I'm scared of scissors now. Oh God, no!
Echo, calm the fuck down.
Okay, deep breaths. Well, I just got that out of the way then. So what's next in line then, Evil Blackboard? So what, next LP? What'll be the next one?
Well, let's have a look at the comment section of the video, the next main visual level LB, and check what the votes currently stand at.
Well, I suppose you better had. I mean, it did say like 3 short visual novels, then the main one comes after that. But as stated at the end of this LP, it won't be till the new year, so it'll probably be January, obviously. Well, let's check it out. Okay, the top one, the newest one, which was a month ago, so it's been quite a while. I think that's a vote for My Girlfriend is the President, so 1 for that. The next one is Little Busters, so I vote for that. Another one below that is for Katawa Shoujo. And the one under that is for Katawa Shoujo and Shuffle. I'll count that one, because why not? And below that is another vote for My Girlfriend is President, so we currently have 2 for Katawa Shoujo and 2 for My Girlfriend is President. And the one under that is another one for Katawa Shoujo, so that's 3 going for Katawa Shoujo, that's currently the lead. The one under that is for Shuffle, so that's 2. The one under that says that he will be fine with anything other than Katawa Shoujo, but seems to think that Shuffle looks pretty interesting, so that's a vote for Shuffle. The one below says it's a vote for Higurashi, so I think that we've got all of them voted for now at least once, but it also says that Shuffle would be good too, but I'm not sure if it means with the new characters added or if it would be alright even without, because I don't know which version we'd end up with. So overall, let's go back here and check. So There's 2 for My Girlfriend is Present, 1 for Little Busters, 3 for Katawa Shoujo, 1 for Higurashi, and how many was there for Shuffle? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and if the bottom one there is right with that, then that's 4 for Shuffle, so Shuffle is technically in the lead, but I'd say voting on the video, the next main visual novel LP, is still open until some point in January when we actually get around to that LP. So currently Shuffle is likely in the lead. Although technically My Girlfriend the President has 3 votes actually, because I have been messaged once for a vote because they couldn't comment at the time. So there's technically 3 for that, for My Girlfriend is President, 3 for Cowboy Shoujo, and 4, possibly maybe just 3 for Shuffle. I'm not 100% sure on that at the moment. As for suggested visual novels, we have Fate Stay Night, that I can see as having 1 vote. I have heard of the series, but don't really know anything about it. And there was also a vote earlier in that month that was for some visual novel called Shinigami no Kiswa Wakare no Aji or something. So that counts as 1 as well, though it's fairly short, so I'm not sure about that one. Maybe that one, if it's really short, I'll check it out. I mean, if it's short and interesting enough, maybe we'll have that before the main visual novel LP if it's pretty damn short, you know? We'll see. So currently standing, Shuffle's in the lead, but will it remain that way into the new year? The votes are maybe till January 1st. We'll have the votes open until then. So anyways, that's that. I'll see you guys.
Well, that was kind of awkward. He kind of forgot I was even here. Fucking idiots. Well, I guess I hope you enjoyed this LP and look forward to the next main visual novel LP and whatever. Anyways, that's all. So yeah.